Hey peeps, what's up? Munchie here, back with another video, and in this video I'm going to show you how you're going to assemble this 43-gallon compost bin which you might have gotten from Amazon, eBay, Temu, wherever you got it from. This is the one which can rotate and the instructions are not very user-friendly, but hopefully this video helps some of you out there. So without any further delay, let us go ahead and see how you can assemble this 43-gallon compost bin from Temu, eBay or Amazon, sold under different brand names. So this is what we got in the box of this tumbling compost bin. We have two of those, one of this pipe which goes through the middle. We have 7 pieces like that one over there, which are the things which go around. This here is the middle piece, here is the last piece which has these orange pieces are sliding doors. In my case they were already in those slots. If you get them separate, all you have to do is slide them into place, and then we get 2 pieces like this which are the sides. Along with that you get a bunch of screws in a bag, and you also get a screwdriver and some instructions. So to assemble this compost bin, we are going to take one of the side pieces, and then 7 of these pieces which we got, we're going to take one of those, and you will notice you have these plus signs. Now these plus signs are going to line up with these 2 holes over here. So here it is. This is what we are going to do. There it is. You can see that those plus signs line up with those holes, and then there is some overhang over here on the turn, and that is about it. You have 2 other holes, one on top of the plus sign and one on the bottom of the plus sign over here. That is where you need to put in your screws which came in with this compost bin. So here it is. I have attached the first piece, and this is how it looks like. I haven't put the other side piece which is supposed to go over here yet. Next up, you're going to take another of these pieces, and then you notice these 2 slots over here. You have plus signs over here on the bottom. So one is over here, one is over here. So then we are going to take this piece like this, and you see the pattern over here on the bottom left of your screen matches. So you're going to slot this into place and then repeat the process of putting in the screws in all these holes which you see. So here it is. I have installed 4 of these panels. So I have screwed in 4 of these panels, 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one is up there, one of the sides, and the screw which I am using is this one over here, which came in that bag of screws. So this here is the screw which I am using, and as for the nut on the back, this is the one which I am using, and this has a flat edge to it. So it is a flat nut on the end, and this flat side is on the inside over here. Another pro tip, you see these arrows, all of those panels have those arrows, and all of them right now are pointing in the same direction. So that is something which you need to keep in mind. Here it is. This is the arrow which I'm talking about. You can see on all 4 of my panels right now they're pointing towards this side which has no side. And at this point we are going to take our other side and put it into place, line up the holes in here with the plus signs on the inside, and that should hold this side in place. So now we have both our sides, and we can now screw the side in place. I mean, the second side can be also screwed in place using the nut and the screw over here. Now once you've installed the second side piece, you also need to put in the middle piece, and they've again given you some arrows which tell you how to put it in. So here it is. On the bottom you should see an arrow over here, and here it is. This is the arrow which I'm talking about, and it will fit into the slots over here. So each of this panel here has a slot which is where the middle piece can fit in. Again, you have to do all of this once you have installed 4 of those pieces. And of course, now we continue putting these pieces till we reach or wait for our last piece, which is this one over here. I am on my 6th panel over here, but I do have a pro tip when you're installing this. So this is how you go under over here and then slide it up a little, and then it will fall into place like that. Bam, there it is. You can see that the 6th and final piece of this puzzle, or maybe I think the 7th, I lost count at this point, but it snapped into place, and now I can put in the screws in these holes. Now before I put the final piece over here, the one with the doors, I'm going to take this rod and put it through the middle over here so that I can see where it is going. So there it is. I just pushed it right through here, and then make sure it comes out the other side. You will also find 2 rubber washer kind of things which you can put at the end of the rod if you want. Now for our final piece, we're going to again use the same approach, which is to slide this under here, and then everything should snap into place, and you can put in your screws in the appropriate holes. Of course, you will have to slide open one of these doors to put in the screws over here if you have to hold the nut from behind. Now moving to the legs, we are going to take these 2 pieces which are 90s and snap it into place like so. So you're going to put this in over here, press this pin a little, and then push it into place. The pins on the top are both pointing towards the outside, and we're going to do this process 2 times so we have the 2 legs, and then we're going to use the 45 pieces. So here it is, we have our 2 leg pieces snapped into place, and now we are going to use this piece, which is I think a 45-degree angle, and slide it onto one of them and then to the next one, and it'll be more clear once I put it together. But you have these holes on this 45-degree piece as well, which we are going to snap into place over here. So this is how it looks after I have assembled one side of the stand. This here is the 45 piece I was talking about, and this here is the other side. And then again with the other 45 piece, we are going to put it in place over here. One side goes over here, one side goes over here, snap it into place by pressing these silver tabs. So here it is. This is the final product for the stand. Now for the final step, which is to put this rod, the hole you see over there needs to be lined up with this hole over here, and you need to put in a screw. For this one you will definitely need 2 people, and that is because these surfaces are round. So this here is a round surface, and this rod over here is also round and a circle, which makes it difficult for one person to do it. So you will need 2 people for this step. Hold and line up the holes on both sides and then put in the screws in place. And in the bag you will find 2 long screws, just 2 of them, with these nuts which do not have a flat end, but they do have some rubber piece over here which I think helps with the locking mechanism. So these are the screws which you need to mount the compost tumbler on the stand. Now another thing, because the nut over here at the bottom has a rubber part towards the end, it will not be easy to tighten this with your hand. So you're going to need a 10 mm to hold this in place like this, and then from the top to screw it into place. So you are going to need a 10 mm wrench to hold this nut in place. And voila, there it is, peeps. We have successfully assembled this 43-gallon compost bin which we got off Temu, but again this is sold under different brand names on Amazon as well. And hopefully this video helped you out on how to assemble this 43-gallon compost bin from Temu or Amazon or eBay, wherever you bought it from.